Peace be upon you, dear students. Today we will continue our lesson, Isotopes Part 2. At the end of this video, students will be able to represent by a histogram the percentages of relative abundance of isotopes. Also, represent by a circular diagram the percentages of relative abundance of isotopes. Please make sure you're sitting in a quiet place and prepare the following materials before you continue watching the video: a pencil, a ruler, a compass, a protractor, and your chemistry worksheet. Let's have a look at these hydrogen isotopes. H11 is made up of 1 protons and no neutron. H12 is made up of 1 proton and 1 neutron, and H13 is made up of 1 proton and 2 neutrons. We can conclude that the isotopes are atoms of the same element that have the same atomic number, which is the number of protons, but different mass number, which means different number of neutrons. Each isotope naturally has a determined percentage of relative abundance. 99.98% of hydrogen exists in nature as hydrogen 11, while only 0.018% of hydrogen exists as hydrogen 12, and only 0.002% of hydrogen exists as hydrogen 13. In nature, magnesium is found under 3 forms: Mg1224, Mg1225, and Mg1226. The first isotope of magnesium, 79% of magnesium is found under the form of Mg24. 10% of magnesium is found in the form of Mg25, and 11% of magnesium is found in the form of Mg26. Magnesium isotopes is a collection of Mg1224, Mg1225, and Mg1226, where each isotope is found naturally with a given percentage of relative abundance. The percentages of the 3 magnesium isotopes are called the percentages of relative abundance of magnesium isotopes. Now let's represent the percentages of relative abundance of magnesium isotopes by a histogram. We all remember from grade 7, the histogram is also called a bar graph. Before drawing the histogram, please open your worksheets on page 10, application number 1. In nature, Mg24, which has a relative abundance of 79%, Mg25 with a relative abundance of 10%, and Mg26 with relative abundance 11%. First of all, let's draw the x-axis and the y-axis of the histogram. Then, put a title for each of these axes. Y-axis represents the percentage of relative abundance, and the x-axis represents the magnesium isotopes. In the next step, we should choose a convenient scale. The scale for the y-axis is that each 1 centimeter represents 10%, and on the x-axis represent the 3 magnesium isotopes Mg24, Mg25, and Mg26. Now we can start drawing the bars. Mg24 has a percentage of 79%, Mg25 a percentage of 10%, and Mg26 a percentage of 11%. After you finish drawing the histogram, you should write a title for it. The title for the following histogram is the percentage of relative abundance of magnesium isotopes. Now we need to represent these percentages of relative abundance of the magnesium isotopes by a circular diagram or a pie chart. Before constructing a circular diagram that represents the percentages of the relative abundance of isotopes, you should apply the following steps. Step 1. Calculate a measurement angle proportional to each percentage. This is because we are transforming percentages of isotopes into angles. So the rule we should follow to calculate the angle is angle equal percentage of the isotope times 360 over 100. Let's apply it on the three magnesium isotopes. Mg24 has a percentage of relative abundance of 79%. That means the angle corresponding to Mg24 is equal to 79 times 360 over 100 equal 284.4 degrees. Approximately 284 degrees. The angle corresponding to Mg25 is equal to 10 times 360 over 100 equal to 36. The angle corresponding to Mg26 is equal to 11 times 360 over 100 equal 39.6, which makes it approximately equal to 40 degrees. Step 2. Since it's a circular diagram, that means we should draw a circle. So, draw a circle using a compass and then indicate the center and draw a radius of the circle. Step 3. Measure the angle of each sector using the protractor. We usually start measuring the smallest angle. The smallest angle corresponds to Mg25, which is equal to 36 degrees. Bring the protractor, place it conveniently, and measure 36 degrees. Draw the angle. The second angle corresponds to Mg26, which is equal to 40 degrees. Bring the protractor and then place it adjacent to the first angle and measure a new angle equal to 40 degrees. The remaining angle is for Mg24, which is equal to 284 degrees. Step 4. Legend each area by symbols and percentages of relative abundance of isotopes. The first area corresponds to Mg25, which has a percentage of 10%. The second area corresponds to Mg26, which has a percentage of 11%. And the third area corresponds to Mg24, which has the biggest percentage, which is 79%. Step 5. Of course, we should write a title for the circular diagram. This circular diagram shows the percentage of relative abundance of magnesium isotopes. Now let's summarize the steps that we followed. To construct a circular diagram that represents the percentage of relative abundance of isotopes, simply calculate a measurement angle proportional to each percentage by applying the following equation. Angle equal percentage of the isotope times 360 over 100. Then trace the circle using a compass. Measure the angle of each sector using the protractor. Legend each area by symbols and percentages of the relative abundance of isotopes. And of course, don't forget to write the title for the circular diagram. Assignment. Review the steps of building a circular diagram. Complete exercise 2, page 10 in the chemistry worksheet. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to watch the video more than once and practice drawing histograms and circular diagram for several examples of isotopes.